Call the Board of Commissioners meeting to order at 10 o'clock. Those who are able, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, do we have any public here for comments for items not appearing on today's agenda? All right, any additions to the agenda from the board? No, okay. Moving on, we have meeting minutes from December 9th. We'll take a motion.
I'll move to approve the minutes from the meeting held December 9th.
I will second it.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the meetings held on December 9th. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed nay. Motion carries. We'll move on to Proclamation 59 of 2025, acknowledging Denise Steech's 30-plus year career. Of course, you started when you were 6. And I think at least 7 years in Center County. So if like Denise and maybe Carl would like to come to the side table here so the press can get better angles, but you can bring other book fans with you if you want. Yeah, just go ahead and take a seat. Just don't touch the laptop. That's
For some reason,
that's for Chris.
that's hallowed ground, apparently.
Yes. And I think at this point, if there's some comments you'd like to make, and then we'll have Commissioner Concepcion read the proclamation.
Well, I just really want to say how much a pleasure it was for me to end my career here in Center County. It was some,
Buddies.
yes,
Yes.
29.
29, actually.
We
Okay.
29 municipalities.
20, okay.
We 29 municipalities.
29
Okay.
that you cover. Fabulous. And Carl, anything?
Yeah, well, the board, we've been so happy with Denise.
Yeah.
She has brought us so far, and we're so hopeful that we can continue with that going forward with our new executive director.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're glad that Denise is not moving out of the area.
Good.
Good.
Glad you're staying.
That's tremendous, too. That maybe we can rely on you for the occasional volunteer for a board or
Absolutely.
something.
I'm already trying to field offers.
Oh, good. Good. Well, Aaron.
You've come to the right place.
Yeah. Pop her an email. Give your personal email to Aaron on your way out the door, and we'll send you some forms.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Commissioner Dershowitz, anything you'd like to add?
I was actually just going to ask how you've seen the library systems that you've worked in evolve over the course of your career. How did it look then? How does it look now? What do you think is the future?
I'm real old school, so back in the day, there were absolutely no computers. No
The
computers.
Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah, and the Library of Congress system, which is the alternate one. At one stage in my career, I was working at the Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh as the department head of
that's
the Popular Library, and we closed for several months to do some remodeling of the first floor of the Carnegie. And as part of the reopening, we installed the very first public access computer system on our floor. We still had the huge card catalogs on the second floor, but our department had the first public access computers. And downstairs in the basement, next to the bone room and the dead bug room, we had the huge mainframe with the tapes that ran, and it was like freezing cold in there. So, to go from that perspective, and even before that, when you didn't have anything, to where, your whole reference collection is now Wikipedia and Google for the place to start, and you don't need to have that kind of, those print resources. So that's been a huge change to the good. And now I know that the big thing that is facing our profession as information providers is artificial intelligence, and how we're going to deal with that. And truth be told, I'm kind of glad I'm retiring.
You don't want to wrestle that one, huh?
Yes. Well, again, you've done a tremendous job. Thankfully, there are still books.
Yes.
And they still have that amazing, wonderful smell.
Yes,
I
they do.
suspect you might be dropping by the library occasionally just for some sniffs, maybe.
The new car smell, sort
Right.
of.
Kind of like a new car smell, except it's a little more permanent.
Yeah, when the UPS man brings those boxes, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Christmas every day.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And that got to be a whole lot of fun.
And we appreciate the Center County Library housing, and I think we
Oh, yeah.
were there the other day to admire the fact that you keep a lot of our county records in the basement.
Yes?
I'm glad that you've made some great strides under your watch to keep the
And,
preservation of those documents.
We appreciate the county working with us and Family Search to get a lot of those records digitized. That was a huge bonus for people doing genealogy and family research here in Center County. And so we are very happy to be able to continue to house them because we know that people come in and use them all the time.
Oh, yes.
And the recorder of deeds just walked in, and I'm sure he would appreciate the fact that you're guarding his records down there in good stead too at the library.
Not ours, register wills.
Well, I think there's some of yours down there too. Well,
Uh-oh.
there looks like kind of some of your stuff, so.
Does, yeah.
Come by and look at them anytime.
Yeah, you better,
Joe
better
might
make
put
sure
together
what's
a
down there.
SWAT team and come over there.
Anyway, there's a lot of county
Yeah.
records, and we
Yeah.
appreciate
They
you
go back to
looking
like,
at it.
so I think the earliest one, and I could be a little bit off on this, is around 1757.
Oh, my. That's
Wow.
Potter Township level. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pre-county.
Fantastic.
Pre-Bellefonte. Amazing. Well, Commissioner
Yeah.
Concepcion.
Yeah, so just congratulations on such a wonderful career and having been able to work in a number of different places, but we're glad that you were able to finish your career here in Center County and the work that you've done, bringing more programs and more books and even, new facility plans across the Center County Library system has been just a tremendously productive tenure that you've had here. And so we'd like to thank you for that and congratulations.
Thank you.
And I think libraries will continue to be, maybe even more relevant in an age of AI where people will want to go find something that's in print to be sure that they really have the
Yeah.
straight story, right?
Yeah.
And to have something permanent. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, go
Yep.
ahead and read the proclamation.
Okay, so this is Proclamation 59 of 2025. Whereas in April 2018, after a 30-plus year career across a full gamut of professional library positions in communities across the state of Pennsylvania, Denise Stitchuk accepted the position of Executive Director of the Center County Library and Historical Museum. And whereas Center County Library and Historical Museum operates a main library and administrative offices in Bellefonte, branch libraries in Center Hall and Phillipsburg, and a world-class genealogical research library and local historical museum in Bellefonte, providing library and literacy services to 27 municipalities in Center County and visitors from across the country. Is it 29?
It is 29.
All right.
We can
Everything
reprint that.
Except the center region, which is hard to say.
Yeah.
But
We can reprint that.
Can we
Yep.
repeat that, Aaron?
Yeah. Whereas throughout her career prior to and during her 7-plus year tenure here in Center County, Denise also served in and was recognized for distinguished service to a number of regional and statewide library and literacy advocacy groups and professional organizations, and is highly regarded by her peers and colleagues across Pennsylvania for her lifelong devotion to making outstanding literacy services available to everyone who walks through the library's doors. And whereas Denise is retiring as Executive Director of Center County Library and Historical Museum on December 19th, 2025, and whereas today we wish to recognize Denise's outstanding contributions to the continuing improvement, public awareness, financial stability, and day-to-day vibrancy and outstanding service of our Center County Library system. And whereas during her time as Executive Director, Denise's long and wide-ranging experience, her calm and thoughtful approach to problem-solving, her honest and measured leadership and mentorship, her open and considerate demeanor, and her visceral commitment to the importance of literacy, access to information, and lifelong learning has greatly benefited all the citizens of Center County, and especially the patrons of our Center County Library system. And now, therefore, be it resolved, the Center County Board of Commissioners does hereby acknowledge Denise Stitchuk, who has set a standard for competence and professionalism to which any public servant should aspire, and on behalf of all the citizens of Center County, we sincerely thank Denise for her outstanding service to the county, and we wish her good health and safe travels in the years to come. Adopted this day, 16th of December, 2025. Thank you.
Cool. All right, any questions from the press? No?
Great.
All right. Oh, wait, yes, we do.
I'll ask a quick one. I don't know if this has already been brought up, and if it has, I apologize. First and foremost, congrats on your 30-plus year career. Second of all, has the new executive director been named yet, or is that TBD?
It is a work in progress. We have had several rounds of interviews with two promising candidates,
Okay.
and so we're hopeful.
Awesome. Thank you. That's all I had.
Great question, Jacob. All right, so you're down to 2 candidates, and gotta pick numbers out of a hat or figure out exactly how you're gonna do it.
We're working on it.
All right, if you need any help, our elections department has this little jug with some numbered balls in it. They can assist you.
And let us know, we'd be happy to meet them as soon as they get on
Yes.
board. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Great. Well, unless there's anything else, I think we could take a motion.
I will move then to adopt Proclamation 59 of 2025, acknowledging Denise Stitch's career and service to Center County.
I will second that.
We have a motion, a second, to adopt proclamation number 59, acknowledging Denise Stitch's career and service to Center County. All those in favor, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed nay. Motion carries. Come on up for the photo.
So when is your last day?
And the rest of your crew can come on up too.
My last official day is Friday.
All right. So you're out on Friday.
Although we're working towards putting me back on as a project manager just to go through the center mall expansion project. That's a lot to dump on my plate.
I got you. Well, thank you, Carl. Thank you. What a pleasure. Oh, yeah, jump in here. That's how desperate.
You just to tighten it up a little bit, JJ, or are we good?
Good, right there. All right, everyone smile. On 3, everyone say Denise. 1, 2, 3. Denise. Excellent. All right, now follow.
All right.
Now,
And now for the library.
all right, 3, 2, 1. Say Denise again. Denise. Oh, you got this right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, that's cool. Good luck in your search for a worthy replacement.
Well, we're hopeful. We're hopeful that the person we bring in will continue
Oh,
on with all of the
I'm sure your
projects.
judgment will be correct.
Yes. All right. So now, moving on, thanks again, everyone, for coming, appreciate it. Moving on to our contracts and authorizations. Chris has an MOU involving I think a woodworking facility.
Correct.
All right.
Great. All right, thank you and good morning. There we go. There's one MOU that's being presented today, and it's for the Chris King Woodworking Building. But before I get into that, just want to do a real quick reminder of what the MOU, or Memorandum of Understanding, is that's being looked at today. And that is a 3-party agreement, and it's between the developer, the township, and the county, whereby the developer agrees to reimburse the township for the costs associated with the township engineers processing, reviewing, inspecting, and approving the engineering details of the plan. So the board isn't approving the plan, they're simply approving the contract between the developer, the township, and the township's engineer for reimbursement costs. Now, the MOU that is being presented today is for the Chris King Woodworking Building, and it's located in Penn Township. It's a final plan submission, and it shows the development of a 8,640 square foot woodworking building located along the western right-of-way of Long Lane, approximately a half a mile south from where it meets West Main Street, which is also State Route 45. And if you draw your attention real quick to the screen, this is the aerial photograph showing the location of the development. Pardon me. This is State Route 45, and as you're making your way east into Millheim Borough, there's a street called Long Lane. If you, from here about a half mile south, right at the municipal line with Millheim and Penn Township, there's a tract of land that's owned by Chris King and Michael Lee King, And this is the rough area that's, the approximate area that's being developed for the woodworking facility. And the next slide shows the proposed development with the driveway that's intersecting Long Lane along with the 8,640 square foot building with a couple parking spaces and underground stormwater detention. And that is the plan and the MOU that's being presented today.
Great, well, thanks, Chris. I'm very, very familiar with that stretch of road because it's sort of the main route for the Pedals and Pints charity bike rides that are held in Millheim. I think a low turnout is 60 people and a high one is 120. And I think there's a bit of a hill in that spot that always slows me down a little. But beautiful country, and we're happy to see that we've got another small manufacturing facility being built in Center County. Commissioner Concepcion?
So do you know what the business plan is?
It's something to the degree of making parts for furniture.
Cool.
So it's furniture related.
A cabinet type furniture or real furniture?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, yeah, whichever that is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's always great to see things like that being made locally, so.
Good.
Yeah, we do have a number of different cabinet and furniture manufacturers amongst generally the Amish on that side of the county. Great. Any other comments from the commissioners?
Nope.
No questions from the press on this one?
Happy to support it.
No? All right. Well, as Commissioner Dershowitz said, I think we're happy to make a motion to support the small business.
Then I will move that we add the MOU for Chris King Land Development to next week's consent agenda.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to add the MOU for the Chris King Land Development to next week's consent agenda. All those in favor, do so by saying aye.
Ah, you already got it preset. Looks like you've done that before.
Yes.
Well, yeah, if you'd go ahead, Rika, and explain the approval for the 2026 county liquid fuels program and fee-for-use allocations, and I think there's some, is it Act 13 in there
Yes.
somewhere too?
Yes, Commissioner. Yes.
Okay.
So we are here today to request the Commissioner's approval on the recommended allocation for county's 2026 liquid fuel program. Just to inform you that the most of the slides in this presentation are from previous presentation for a brief recap. So I will go briefly over them. So this is the timeline. As the liquid fuel program follows a set process of procedure each year, as presented in the slide, and we are currently in the last stage highlighted by yellow, where commissioners act on awards for the recommended projects. And this slide is about available funding. For the 2026 liquid fuel program, the county anticipates the following amounts available to support municipal projects. $252,542.56 from county liquid fuel funds. This total includes the state grant for December 2025 and projection for June 2026 to the county. $325,368.71 from Act 13 fund, and $1,768,621.17 from county liquid fuel fund. So this is the detail for the fee for local use amount that were provided on the previous slides. To date, we have 28 completed and fully paid projects supported through this program. These projects span multiple municipalities across the county and include a wide range of improvements such as roadway paving, bridge repairs, drainage upgrades, signage, safety enhancement. The table on this slide shows each completed project along with the award amount and project year. In total, the county has invested $1,296,536.24 in completed local transportation projects through the Fee for Local Use program. So this slide shows an overview of remaining payments and current financial status. We currently have 5 pending projects that have been allocated funding but are still unpaid. These projects total $248,066.37. This Below that, we can see the fund's revenue summary. As of November 31st, 2025, the fund balance excluding interest was $1,736,997.40. We received $338,250 from Commonwealth in December 2025. In addition, the fund earned $41,440.14 in interest from January through November. This brings the total available fund balance to $2,116,687.54. On the liabilities side, we have $248,066.37 in remaining obligation from Fee for Local Use program and $100,000 reserves set aside for bridge bundle replacement project. Altogether, this totals $348,066.37 in liabilities and reserve. After accounting for this commitment, the amount unallocated as of mid-2025 is $1,768,621.17, which was shown in summary in the previous slide. So this is a brief recap of the requested project. We received 23 applications from 23 municipalities, 18 townships and 5 boroughs, and a total of approximately $1.38 million in funding was requested to complete projects totaling approximately $3.15 million. This map illustrates the distribution of project funding requested across the county. So it shows some municipalities submitted larger requests, shown by bigger circles. Other areas submitted smaller or moderate requests, while a few municipalities did not submit any requests at all. So as these recommendations were shared in the earlier presentation, I will provide a brief recap. After reviewing all project requests, staff recommended funding for 5 projects across 5 municipalities through the Liquid Fuel Fund. These municipalities are Banner Township, Burnside Township, Taylor Township, Union Township, and Worth Township. And the total recommended allocation from the Liquid Fuel Fund was $213,800. Oh, sorry. And from the Act 13 fund, only one project was recommended, which amounts to $45,000. Next, a total of 7 projects recommended from the Fee for Local Use Fund. They are Curtin Township, Center Hall Borough, Liberty Township, Miles Township, Milesburg Borough, Milheim Borough, and Patton Township. The total recommended allocation from the Fee for Local Use Fund was $538,465. And this is a recommended project overview. The map highlights the municipalities recommended to receive funding for the 2026 allocation cycle, and each star represents a project location. Size of the star corresponds to the recommended funding range, and the spread shows funding is balanced geographically, supporting a variety of transportation and infrastructure needs in both rural and more populated municipalities. So this slide summarizes the total recommended allocation for 2026 across available local funding sources. For the liquid fuel program, the total recommended allocation is $213,800, supporting road improvement, drainage work, equipment upgrade, and paving project. For Act 13 program, we are recommending $45,000, which will support bridge rehab work in Walker Township. And for the Fee for Local Use program, we are recommending a total allocation of $538,465. This fund supports roadway, safety, and infrastructure projects submitted by municipalities throughout the county. Altogether, these recommendations total $797,200 $265 for 2026. So action requested is to act on or approve the 2026 transportation funding allocation. Okay. Thank you. Any questions?
Great. Well, thank you, Rika and Kochi. Obviously, people love to complain about the roads, but really here in Center County, our roads are in very good shape. In fact, to the point where a lot of the participants in the Ironman competition were making a lot of compliments about the high quality of the roads and bridges in Center County, to the point where it actually did somewhat influence their awarding their national championships for next year here in Center County, because the road quality is good. Obviously, it's a bit important for the transportation parts, but it's even more important for the running and the biking. You don't want to be hitting a pothole on a tri-bike when you're going 20 miles an hour, when you're hours into a race. So obviously, quality of life and safety issues are very important for our transportation network. Commissioner Concepcion?
Yeah, I appreciate the effort that goes into this in terms of making sure that we're allocating these resources in an equitable manner across the county, so that geographically that each township has has a chance to come up every few years to be able to be allocated these funds. And so I think it's worthwhile for all of our townships and boroughs to put in their requests, as they come up, and remember that, if you may not get it this year, but maybe the next year. So, as we're trying to make sure that we equitably distribute these funds. So, and I can see there's been a lot of effort into putting into, prioritizing these projects and ensuring that they go towards projects that are going to improve the safety of the population here in Center County.
Great, thanks, Commissioner Concepcion. Commissioner Dershowitz?
Great. My first question is, do you have a balance of the funds left after the allocations for 2026?
Yes, I do. So after allocation for the liquid fuels program, the balance of $38,742 will remain from the liquid fuel. And from the fee for local use, the balance of about $1.2 million will remain in the county fund.
Okay.
And for the Act 13, it will be $280,368.
What was Act 13 again?
Act 13 remaining would be $280,368.
Yeah, 280,000.
No.
Okay, thank you. No, I think these are good projects. Obviously, the need is a little greater than what we have available resources for, but these look like good projects, so thank you.
Great, thanks. And as Commissioner Dershowitz likes to mention, several decades ago, Board of Commissioners in Center County was given the option to either continue to have county roads and bridges or to give them up and have them split between the state and the municipalities. And I think in hindsight, that was a very good decision.
Yeah, we don't own any roads or bridges.
And we're
But we can help
even out
out,
of the
I
light
guess.
bulb business now,
Yeah.
right, John? That was the last thing we had, was some light bulbs and a traffic light.
We're out of it.
We're out of that. But we do appreciate the municipalities covering this, and the commissioners are happy to help assist. And as Rika covered, many of the municipalities will be receiving funding. It varies, but it's somewhere in the between the 80-20 rule. Sometimes the municipality's covering 80% of it, sometimes the county's covering 50, 60, 70% of it. But happy to assist our 35 municipalities in an area bigger than the state of Rhode Island for a road network that we don't have the exact number. In fact, I'm not even sure we know the number of total bridges in the county, but it's in the hundreds.
I bet you that somebody does.
Maybe. I know an Eagle Scout had that as his project, and he eventually pivoted to a different project. Any questions from the press on these items? No? All right. Looks like we're pleased, Rika, and we can take a motion.
I'll move to approve the 2026 County Liquid Fuels Program and the fee for local use allocations.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve the 2026 County Liquid Fuels Program, Act 13, and fee for local use allocations. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Great. Thanks, Rika. Thanks, Coachy. Nice
Thank you.
Christmas sweater, by the way.
Appreciate that.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yep, be well.
All right, now we'll move over to Information Technology Services for a program for lifelong learning and skill acquisition for county staff.
Yes, good morning. I have a contract for consideration today with LinkedIn Corporation to provide their LinkedIn learning platform. This is a software that has a learning management system that offers over 15,000 courses for county employees to learn and grow and for professional development opportunities. We've had this platform for a lot of years, and it gets pretty heavy use out of our employees. So this contract renewal is for 1 year for $37,500.
Great, thanks, Chad. And I do hear that it covers more than just software, as you mentioned, supervisory skills, leadership skills, public communication, a lot of the skill sets that our 560 so employees utilize on the job every day.
Yeah, absolutely. There is thousands of courses on various soft skills that our employees use every day, yes.
Great, thank you. Commissioner Concepcion?
No, sounds good.
Commissioner Dershowitz?
Do we have a total of what the utilization was, the number of courses that were?
Yes, year to date, there's been 736 courses completed.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
More than one per employee.
Yep.
That's great. All right. Unless there's any other questions, I think we could take a motion.
I'll move to add the contract with LinkedIn Corporation to next week's consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to add the contract with LinkedIn Corporation to next week's consent agenda. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Great. Thanks, Chad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, somewhat surprisingly, the largest part of county government, Human Services, we just have one department head with one contract.
Good morning. I'm here today to ask that the board consider renewing a contract with Eagle View Personal Care Home LLC. This is a mental health contract, and Eagle View provides community residential enhanced support services for individuals with mental health needs who also need that personal care home level of care. The contract total is $748,928. The majority of that is state funding. The county match portion is $34,526, and it's for the time period July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026.
Great, thank you, Kathy. I know Eagle View is a close partner with the county, and I've heard a number of compliments about their organization and how they treat their residents.
Yes, thank you.
Commissioner Concepcion?
Thank you.
Commissioner Dershowitz?
I would echo your comments about Eagle View. They've done a great job for the county, and the STEM family has been a great partner, so we're going to thank them for that.
Thank you.
Great.
And I'll move to add the contract with Eagle View Personal Care Home LLC to next week's consent agenda.
I will second it.
We have a motion and a second to add the contract with Eagle View Personal Care Home LLC to next week's consent agenda. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Great. Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We have a very short consent agenda.
I'll move to approve this week's consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this week's consent agenda. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Well, John, if you had an administrator's report, this would be a good meeting to cover it in, but
Sorry, but I don't.
moving on to reports and announcements, actually looks like Commissioner
I do have the
Concepcion
voter,
does have
yeah,
voter.
so this is our
Okay.
first voter registration report since the November election. And on our voter rolls today, we have a total of 102,131 total voters on the report. Of those, Democratic voters comprise 41,430, Green Party 159, Libertarian Party 565, those with no affiliation 15,884, and Republicans 42,088. All of the other smaller parties comprise 2,005 voters, bringing us to that total of 102,131. Our precinct of the week this week is Precinct 22. This is State College 1. There are 644 registered voters in Precinct 22. They had a voter turnout of 29% at the last election. They vote at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church at 208 West Foster Ave in State College. We'd really like to thank St. Andrew's for the use of their facility for elections. And that's our voter report.
Great, thanks, Commissioner Concepcion. Don't believe there's a check run this week.
We
right?
don't have a check run this week.
All right, and for announcements, Center County government offices will be closed on Wednesday, December 24th, and Thursday, December 25th, in observance of the Christmas holiday. John, do we have any executive sessions to report or hold?
No executive sessions to report or hold.
All right, and our public meeting schedule on Thursday, we have the Finance Committee meeting at 9, the Combined Salary Board and Board of Commissioners meeting at 10, and then the Board of Assessment and Revision of Taxes at 2:30. And then on Tuesday, December 23rd, we have the Board of Commissioners meeting at 10, where I think, we don't approve our budget at that one, we're approving it at the very last day,
The
right?
23rd.
23rd.
Oh, we are approving it on the
23rd, yeah.
23rd.
Yes,
Okay. So that will be approval of the budget.
yes.
Do we have questions from the press? No? All right. It looks like we can adjourn here at 10:38.
I will move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn at 10:38. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned.